my channel. I'm Stephanie with Chubby Girl in the World, and today is the Sunday Style Guide. I am so excited to film this for you guys today. If you don't know, right now the Nordstrom's anniversary sale is going on and they have stuff for at a significant discount. I picked out 5 pieces that if you're in the market for any of these types of clothing would be a really good deal, and things that I think are very fun, versatile, fashionable, and just really would kind of freshen up a wardrobe. So if you're into that, let's get into it. Okay, so just gonna snuggle in here to the couch. There are a couple of pieces that I don't necessarily think I am looking for right now, but I do think that if you are in the market for them, you would be, it would behoove you to at least take a second look at these things. So this is the One State Leopard Jacquard Eyelash Cardigan plus size. It is on sale for $85.90. It's $129 after the sale. Here's the thing. I usually don't spend a ton on coats because I live in the Pacific Northwest where like the weather's pretty mild. Like it does snow maybe 1 or 2 weeks out of the year, but for the most part like the city shuts down and like we don't have to go outside. But if you live somewhere like New York or Virginia or Minnesota where like it gets really cold and you're kind of expected to go outside and like you have to like, you know, go to work and drive in snow and stuff, then this might be good, especially for the fall months. And again, I'm usually not like a leopard print person, but this I think is done in such a way that it's not obnoxious to me. So it's not something that's necessarily my style, but it's really well constructed and it is something that looks just kind of chic, where if you're wearing an all black look or jeans. Now, say you're definitely not into leopard print, but you want like kind of an eye-catching color. This Sam Edelman oversized lapel wool blend coat is $199. After the sale, it'll be $300. However, go away HQ. I don't wear wool because I'm a vegan, but I do understand like people who do. Very expensive coats. Sam Edelman, I've heard very good things about their shoes and their clothing. So just as from an aesthetic point of view, I think that yellow and pastels are actually going to be in fashion this fall. So when I'm looking at, if you don't know, you can go on YouTube and watch like all the fall fashion runway shows from like Givenchy to oh gosh, I can't remember the other one that I watched that was very cringeworthy. Just like talk about cultural appropriation. It was the Elie Saab one. So we'll go watch the Elie Saab 2019-2020 fall winter like show on YouTube. It is so cringy, like so cringy. But I think that bright colors, especially pastels, are going to be in fashion this season according to those things. Now, this is something that I am actually really happy about becoming a trend. I did see this also, I can't remember which runway it was on, but I saw this kind of theme over and over again. This kind of like very feminine, kind of Edwardian, sheer, like a lacy sort of aesthetic. So this is more of like a Swiss dot, like raised Swiss dot, but that kind of high neck collar, very like Jane Austen-y time. I'm obsessed with Jane Austen, so if you don't know, I could probably recite Pride and Prejudice from cover to cover, but I really, really love this aesthetic because it's such an interesting. Honestly, if they would bring back like the high neck Edwardian like shirts and like you know, the what are those little pendants, the cameos. Like I remember in like the mid to late 90s, like cameos were huge. I think that's gonna happen again and I'm kind of excited about it. My adolescence is coming back around. So so I'm going to count the coats as one thing and then the Swiss dot shirt as one. And these two things. Okay, so these are the Gibson Ruched Yoke Top with the pretty fall colors like the orange and yellow. This like kind of bohemian chic look. So I did see a lot of this on the runway where they're kind of mixing like the Edwardian like elements of style with these kinds of prints, and I wish they would have done that with this Gibson Ruched Yoke Top. So instead of it being kind of like the smocked top on here, like if it would have been a more sort of sheer fitted sleeves and then like a high collar, or even like a lace up collar, that would have been pretty awesome. Also, speaking of the 90s coming back, who remembers these button front long sleeve waffle knit tops? So if you are a child of the 90s, you remember like every girl in every like music video wearing a super tight sweater and it looked like this, or like in every teen movie, like the pretty girl would wear a sweater like this, like every single one. So that one's only $25.90, and then the floral top is $41.90. Both are going to go back up to full price. One's going to be, the floral top's going to go back to $64, and the button front long sleeve waffle knit top, like I'm going to call it the 90s top, is going to go back up to $39. Also, from the 90s, jean jackets and the, I'm going to call it like the Heather's blazer. This is probably more like mid 80s, early 90s, where you had like the long line sort of, gosh, I don't even know if you guys are old enough to know who Murphy Brown was, but it's like if you imagine what a 1980s businesswoman looked like, just take away the shoulder pads, then this would be that. And I think that it's pretty nice. So this is the BB Dakota Plaid City Blazer plus size for $78.90. If you're looking for a blazer, and this is really more for somebody who works in like a casual sort of office, like you're not super formal, so that you can like, you know, these are the kind of blazers where you can like where you can push up your sleeves. Jean jackets I don't think are ever going to go out of style. I just think this is cute. It's actually called Cut from the Cloth Helena Denim Trucker Jacket plus size for $72.90. The reason I picked this one over any of the other jean jackets was because this was a button-up, and I just feel like jean jackets look so much better as button-ups than as zip-up jackets. Unless it's a moto jacket. That's the only time. So, I mean, you could fight me over it, but I'm right. So, speaking of the epitome of the 90s, this is the Leith shaped neck sweater plus size sweater for $38.90, and after the sale goes up to $59. So this is probably one of the most like 90s outfits. It reminds me so much of Liv Tyler, where it's this very kind of deep cut sweater with like black jeans. It reminds me so much of something she would have worn in like Empire Records, or again, I feel like I'm dating myself. I feel like most of you are probably too young to remember that movie. Go Google it, Netflix it, you know, whatever it is you kids do these days. Go do that thing. Oh my god, my hair. You guys did not tell me my hair looked this bad. It doesn't matter. So another staple piece, I think, for the upcoming fall, and this would work during, you know, like the lazy days of summer too, is going to be like a polka dot, like kind of long midi skirt. And here they've dressed it up with booties. You could also wear this with gladiator sandals, you could wear it with flip-flops, you could, you know, this is something that is going to transition really nicely from summer to fall, especially this kind of like, it's not really a camel color, but like a deeper, it's like a tawny color, and I really like this color for transitioning, and I've grown more and more fond of like mustardy colors. I used to hate any kind of yellow, but I do like this kind of color to just kind of like transition over. So this is going to be like one of my honorable mentions. This is going to be $58.90 and $89 after the sales. The Halogen Bias Cut Midi Skirt. Now, these don't all come in like a huge range of plus sizes. That's my one bone to pick with Nordstrom, is like if you're going to carry plus sizes, then you need to carry at least until size 26. Some of their things do and some of their things don't. Mostly you're going to see most of the lines terminating at 22 or 24. These are the Vince Camuto Tech Ponte Skinny Ankle Pants for $65.90. After the sale, they go up to $99. I think that's ridiculous. So, that the Vince Camuto pants, I think, would be like, if you are in, I really like Vince Camuto's clothing. I think I've owned like one tank top, and I think I ended up losing it like on a trip, and I was really mad because I paid a lot for it. And as far as the shirts go, I think the technical expertise is there, and I think that, I mean, I washed that thing so many times, and it was like a satiny fabric, and usually those things do not hold up to me because I'm very hard on my clothes, but that one did. And so I can imagine that their pants have just as much technical expertise. Again, though, I'm going to make that an honorable mention because I don't think that it's really a standout piece. However, this one, okay, I lied. There's more than 5. This one is the Gibson puff sleeve lace top. So remember we talked about the Edwardian, like, kind of crossover bohemian thing? This is what I'm talking about. This Gibson puff sleeves lace top. This is adorable, and I want it. I want this. This is $41.90, and it goes up to $64 after the sale. So you could probably wait to get this until fall, and I think it would be worth it even at the $64 if this is a well-made garment. And that's kind of the problem. Like, I feel like a lot of times Nordstrom has way more stuff on their website than they do in the store. I've been to one Nordstrom where the plus size section was just super tiny. There wasn't a ton of like, and you could tell like nobody cared about that section. Like everything was a mess and it was just not good. So you might as well wait and go to Nordstrom Rack, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing. Most of these things are like, they're going to probably sell out, but the things that don't will probably end up in Nordstrom Rack, and you'll probably be able to get them for an even deeper discount. So if you want to see a video about the plus size Nordstrom Rack, or even better, if you want to see an in the dressing room, leave it in the comments down below so that I know you guys are interested in that. Here's the thing that I am the most interested in, and that is the Nike pants. These come in a size 3X, which will fit me. I can squeeze into a Nike 3X. These, you had to put it in your cart to see what the price was, and I think they were like $29, $30, which is insane for Nike. So good. So yeah, I think that those lovelies, those are the things that I think are worth at least considering from Nordstrom Rack. But here's the thing, you should not buy anything just because it's on sale. That's not saving you any money. Now, what you need to do, and I've talked about this in videos before, is figure out like what things do you need in your wardrobe that you don't currently have, and then wait for a good deal on that particular thing. So using sites like Camel, using sites like Ebates. If you want to use my referral link, it'll be in the description box below. You don't have to, but it's a good way to save money and a good way to support the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. So you can use tons of different apps like Camel, Ebates, Shop Tagger, all of those different things, and you can definitely, you know, you don't have to go run out and buy something just because it's on sale. You don't have to go run out and buy something as soon as, like, you know, you need to. And also, so I'm about to do like a huge like closet purge, declutter, because I have things in my closet that I don't ever wear, things that I don't like, and things that I love, but I just shouldn't wear anymore because they're worn out. So I also, but at the same time, like, decluttering shouldn't be an excuse to go buy a bunch of stuff. So you have to be careful about that, and we'll talk about that in that declutter video. Until then, I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you have a really relaxing Sunday, and I will see you later. Bye.